Life is a tapestry of unexpected turns. We're thrown into situations that test our very souls. Moments of doubt, fear creeping in, threatening to consume us. But I'm here to tell you today, do not fear. God, in His infinite wisdom, is always in control. Even when you feel alone, lost in the wilderness of despair, He's there. A beacon, guiding you through the darkest nights. Trust in His plan. He knows your heart better than you know your own. Every tear you've shed, every doubt you've harbored, He's seen it all. And through it all, His love for you has never wavered, not even for a moment. So breathe, my friend. Let go of that fear. Embrace the uncertainty, knowing that you are never truly alone. We often get so caught up in the chaos of the world that we forget to look for the miracles happening all around us. The hustle and bustle can blind us to the beauty that exists in every moment. The gentle breeze that whispers hope, a reminder that we are never alone. The warmth of the sun on our skin, a touch of divine love that reaches us from millions of miles away. The laughter of a loved one, a sound that can lift our spirits and remind us of the joy in life. These are all reminders of His love. Simple yet profound, they are the threads that weave the fabric of our existence. But too often, we only see the storms, the dark clouds that gather, the rain that falls, obscuring our vision. The trials and tribulations that come with being alive. They test our faith, challenge our resolve, and make us question everything. We question His plan, doubt His presence, and forget the power that lies within us. In our darkest moments, it's easy to feel lost and alone. Remember this, every storm, no matter how fierce, eventually runs its course. The clouds will part, the rain will cease, and the sun will shine once more. And on the other side of that storm, a brighter day awaits. A day filled with new beginnings, fresh starts, and endless possibilities. A day filled with hope, with love, with the promise of a better tomorrow, with the unwavering certainty that God is in control. No matter what we face, we are never alone. His unseen hand is always there, guiding us, protecting us, and leading us to a brighter future. Life isn't always easy. It can be a series of challenges that test your strength and resolve. In fact, sometimes it feels downright impossible. The path ahead can seem insurmountable, filled with obstacles that make you question your ability to move forward. You might be facing a mountain of troubles right now. Bills piling up, relationships falling apart, and the pressure of daily life weighing heavily on your shoulders. The weight of the world can feel like it's pressing down on you, making every step a struggle. It's in these moments, these dark and trying times, that your faith is truly tested. When everything seems bleak and hope feels distant, it's easy to trust God when everything is going your way, when the sun is shining and life feels effortless. But what about when you're facing the storm? When the skies darken and the winds of adversity blow fiercely against you? When the winds of doubt are howling at your door and fear grips your heart? That's when you have to dig deep. You have to find the strength within yourself to keep going, to keep believing. That's when you have to remember that God doesn't give you more than you can handle. He knows your limits and your potential. He's not up there somewhere, detached and indifferent to your pain. He's intimately aware of your struggles and your suffering. He's right there with you, in the trenches, fighting alongside you. He sees your tears. He hears your prayers. He feels your pain, and He will never, ever abandon you. No matter how fierce the storm, no matter how dark the night, He is your constant companion, your unwavering support. The world is a noisy place, full of distractions, temptations, and anxieties that can easily pull us away from God's light. But peace, true peace, comes from within. It comes from surrendering your fears and doubts to a higher power. It's about finding stillness in the midst of chaos. It's about closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, and remembering that you are a child of God. And as His child, you are loved beyond measure. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Easier said than done. And you're right. It's not always easy to silence those negative voices in your head. But I promise you, it is possible. Start small. Take a few minutes each day to simply be present, to connect with God through prayer, through meditation, or through the beauty of nature. It's not like the love we experience here on earth. It's not conditional. It doesn't come with strings attached. It's a love that transcends understanding. a love that knows no bounds. He loves you not for what you do, but for who you are. He loves you when you stumble and fall. He loves you when you doubt and question. He loves you even when you forget to love yourself. Think about that for a moment. Let that sink in. You are loved, unconditionally, completely, and eternally. Knowing this, truly knowing this in your heart, can change everything. Have you ever noticed how even in the darkest of times, there's always a glimmer of hope? It might be faint, like a single candle flame flickering in a vast, dark room, or a small light peeking through the dense forest, but it's there, waiting to be seen. A gentle reminder that no matter how tough things get, there's always a reason to keep going, to keep believing. That is God's way of reminding us that we are never truly alone. In our moments of solitude, when we feel the weight of the world on our shoulders, these whispers come to us, offering solace and comfort. It might be a phone call from a loved one, a kind word from a stranger, or a beautiful sunset that takes your breath away. These small moments, often overlooked, are powerful reminders of the beauty and kindness that still exist in the world. These are all whispers of hope, reminding us that even in the midst of our struggles, there is still beauty to be found. Don't ignore these whispers. Embrace them. Cling to them. Let them be the light that guides you through the darkness. Let them nourish your soul and remind you that even though the night is dark, the sun will rise again. Each whisper is a promise of a new beginning, a fresh start, and when it does, you'll be ready to face the new day with courage, with strength, and with the unwavering belief that God is walking beside you every step of the way. So listen closely to these whispers of hope, for they are the gentle nudges that keep us moving forward, one step at a time. It's a word that often carries negative connotations: weakness, defeat, giving up. But surrendering to God is different. It's not about admitting defeat. It's about acknowledging His power. It's about letting go of the need to control everything. It's about trusting that He has a plan for you, even if you can't see it yet. It's about finding strength in your vulnerability and allowing yourself to be guided by a higher power. I know. It's easier said than done. Our natural instinct is to fight, to resist, to try and control every aspect of our lives. But sometimes the bravest thing you can do is let go. Trust me, my friend. Surrendering to God is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of immense strength. Life is full of uncertainties, twists and turns that we can't predict or control. It's like walking through a dense forest, unsure of what lies ahead. But just because you can't see the path doesn't mean it's not there. That, my friends, is where faith comes in. It's about trusting in God's plan, even when you can't see the bigger picture. It's about taking that next step, even if you're not sure where it will lead. It's about believing that even though you might stumble and fall along the way, God will always be there to pick you up, dust you off, and set you back on the right path. So keep walking, keep trusting, keep believing. Every single one of us was put on this earth for a reason. We all have a purpose, a unique role to play in God's grand design. Now, your purpose might not be immediately clear. It might take time, patience, and a whole lot of soul-searching to uncover it. But trust me, it's there, waiting for you to discover it. And when you do, when you finally understand the reason for your being, you'll experience a sense of peace and fulfillment unlike anything you've ever felt before. So don't be afraid to ask for guidance. Pray for clarity. Listen to that still, small voice within you. It's God's way of leading you to your purpose. And when you find it, embrace it with everything you've got. The world needs your light. We've talked about fear, about doubt, about the importance of trusting in God's plan, even when times are tough. Now it's time to take that message and apply it to your life. Go forth with courage. Face your fears head on. Remember that you are never alone in your struggles. God is always with you, guiding you, protecting you, loving you unconditionally. And when you stumble, and you will stumble, don't be afraid to ask for help. Lean on your faith. Turn to God in prayer. He's waiting with open arms, ready to offer you comfort, strength, and the unwavering assurance that you are loved beyond measure. Now go. Live your life to the fullest, and never, ever forget the power of God's love.